Dating red flags. Remember that there is no age limit on immaturity and irresponsibility. When a relationship becomes serious, it's normal to focus on the person's best qualities. But don't turn a blind eye to certain destructive patterns they may have, because rather than disappearing, such things tend to become more pronounced over time. Here are some of the biggest red flags to pay attention to. Number 1, they don't take responsibility. Instead of saying, "I was wrong," they blame others, make excuses, or somehow make every conflict your fault. Someone who can't admit mistakes is immature and usually has difficulty growing. Number 2, dishonesty. This isn't just about major lies. Small lies, hiding things, changing stories, or being secretive about important aspects of their life can erode trust. Without trust, there is nothing. Unless someone is in the witness protection scheme, they should have no qualms about you looking through their phone or computer from time to time. Number 3, how they handle anger. Everyone gets angry. The concern is whether they explode or intimidate, give you the silent treatment for days, become cruel or insulting, break things, strike out, or drive recklessly, threaten to leave whenever there's a disagreement. Healthy people can disagree without making you feel attacked, unsafe, or disrespected. Number 4, controlling behavior. It may start subtly, wanting proof of where you are every minute of the day, discourage taking the time alone to be with friends or family, criticizing your clothing or appearance, always checking your phone or social accounts like they don't trust you, becoming jealous over innocent interactions like smiling or just speaking to someone of the opposite sex, pressuring you for intimacy. Control often increases gradually. Pay attention to unusual demands that show a lack of trust. If you know your other friends would not do such things, there's cause for concern. Number 5, lack of kindness. Watch how they treat restaurant staff, store and bank clerks, children, elderly people, animals, their own friends and family. How someone treats those who can't do anything for them is often very revealing. We may all notice and comment on faults in other people, but someone who never has anything good to say about others should be treated with suspicion. An inflated ego and superiority complex is almost impossible to deal with. Number 6, inconsistent character. If they're wonderful one week and emotionally distant or cruel the next, leaving you constantly wondering which version you'll get, that instability will destroy you. Love isn't mercurial. Think of how a good parent loves their children, even when they've done something wrong. Loving parents aren't cruel or distant, and would never threaten to abandon a wayward child. Love must be shown especially when there are disagreements or setbacks. Number 7, financial irresponsibility. Money problems don't make someone a bad partner, but bad habits matter. Here are some giant red flags. In chronic debt with no plan, frequent gambling, too much impulse buying, expecting others to financially rescue them, pressuring you for money, flippant about outstanding bills or money owed others, always complaining they aren't paid when they deserve, acting like they deserve luxury items whether they can afford them or not. Being financially responsible is part of growing up. Don't marry a baby. Number 8, lack of respect for boundaries. If you say no, whether about physical affection, time alone, finances, or anything else, they should respect it. Repeatedly pushing your boundaries is a serious warning sign. Number 9, substance abuse. If alcohol or drugs regularly interfere with work, relationships, or good judgment, don't assume love will fix it. Don't accept promises about getting help someday. Keep your distance until they have completely recovered from substance abuse. Nobody is exempt from the hold drugs and alcohol have when addicted. You must understand that someone who is addicted will do almost anything to get a fix. Number 10, be cautious if they try to become your whole world, resenting your friendships, hobbies, or family relationships in the process. If they tell you they have no other friends but you, run. Narcissists often have no friends and are proud of it. but it is not normal not to have friends. It's also a red flag if they never introduce you to their friends or family. That is not normal. Number 11, they don't keep their word or forget what you've told them. Everyone occasionally forgets, but a consistent pattern of broken promises, canceled plans, forgotten facts, or unreliable behavior often continues after marriage. If they forget too many things that are important to you, like what foods you like or dislike, what kind of music and movies you prefer, your favorite color, flower, candy, what types of activities you prefer, etc., or if they're constantly late for dates or don't answer texts, they may not really be that into you. Don't brush such things aside, because when someone is in love, they should want to please and become a part of your life. Number 12, disrespect during conflict. Notice whether disagreements include name-calling, mocking, contempt, eye-rolling, humiliation, bringing up past mistakes to hurt you. The way a couple argues often predicts the health of the relationship. It's more important than how often they argue. However, if you are arguing about virtually everything, you know that isn't going to work. Don't accept a contentious, disrespectful lover just because he or she is cute. If the two of you constantly disagree on what you want to talk about, what things you want to do together, who your friends should be, how you should spend money, where you should live, etc., don't expect such conflict to magically disappear once you're married. Make sure you're on the same page in most things before considering marriage. Can two walk together unless they agree? Number 13, different core values. Chemistry can't overcome major differences in honesty, religion, socializing, children, finances, family, lifestyle. These aren't necessarily red flags, but they will likely become major sources of conflict if your fundamental values are completely opposite. There are far too many divorces in the church that have had nothing to do with incompatible religious beliefs. Just having the same core spiritual beliefs is not enough. Someone who boasts that they took advantage of a situation or someone's kindness will be the same person who will cheat to get ahead, refuse to pay back loans, think that they deserve things they can't afford, won't go back and pay for an item they were not charged for. Number 14, they move too fast. Look for red flags like these. They tell you, you're my soulmate after only a few meetings. Talk of marriage almost immediately. Pressure you to make major commitments early on. Want too much intimacy too soon. Want you to cut ties with others so they can have you all to themselves. Look out for a pattern of overbearing attention followed by attempts to gain control. At first you might be flattered that he or she seems to be taken with you, calling and texting constantly, but it will eventually get old when you begin to realize you never have any privacy and have had to change your entire life to suit them. Never forget, love does not pressure the one loved to break any of God's laws, including the laws about sex before marriage. Intimacy belongs only in marriage. Keep yourself pure so you can give your virginity to one special person. Too much too soon should feel off and desperate. Number 15, your intuition keeps nagging you. Sometimes there's no single dramatic event that sets your teeth on edge. You simply find yourself making excuses for them, feeling anxious about seeing them, walking on eggshells, feeling less confident than before, wishing they were different, feeling trapped or pressured, ignoring your family or friends' warnings about them, feeling unworthy because of their criticism of you. Pay attention to those feelings instead of dismissing them. And don't ignore trusted friends and family if they notice changes in you they don't like. Number 16, overly concerned with their looks and or social standing. Life isn't about how beautiful or handsome someone is, and anyone spending too much time and money to look good can be a huge red flag. If they're excessively vain, not only will you likely find that they spend too much money for their beauty props, but they may only want you around to make them look good. If they're not willing for you to see them without their makeup, fancy clothes or hair and nails done, they're not ready for marriage. If they complain that you don't put enough effort into always looking good, beware. Life isn't just dressing up and looking nice. Everyone has morning hair and will need a shower at times. If they won't ever let you see them when they're not at their best, beware. If they always need an hour or more to get ready, beware. If after many days you still haven't seen them without any beauty props, beware. Number 17. Green flags are just as important. Don't only ask what's wrong with this person, also ask yourself, do I feel emotionally safe with them? Can we disagree respectfully? Do they keep their promises? Are they kind, honest, trustworthy when no one is watching? Do they encourage my growth rather than limit it? Can I be myself around them? Do I trust them when we're apart? Do they show integrity in every situation? Are they usually happy when we're together? If the answers are consistently yes, that's a strong foundation. None of these things should be overlooked. Marriage won't change someone who has serious character flaws. One point that's especially relevant for people over 60. Pay close attention to how a potential partner handles finances, adult children, caregiving expectations, and estate planning. Those topics can become significant in later life relationships. And it's better to have open conversations beforehand rather than assuming you'll work them out later. You may think that two people depending on each other is a good thing, and it can be. However, if one topple over should the other move, that is too much dependence. Each person should be mature enough to take care of themselves. Then the relationship is built on two strong people gladly joining forces rather than one or two weak people leaning on each other. Since these qualities and this kind of maturity comes only with experience, very young people should wait on marriage until they have fully become adults, though it's good to remember that there is no age limit on being immature and irresponsible. The bottom line is this: marry someone as much like you as possible.